North Korea stands out as one of the world's most militarized nations, with a significant portion of its resources dedicated to its armed forces. Its history has been deeply intertwined with military development and conflict, dating back to the Korean War in the 1950s. From its origins in the ashes of World War II, North Korea has prioritized military might as a means of survival, seeing it as essential to maintaining its sovereignty and independence. This relentless focus on military strength has come at a significant cost to the well-being of its people, who often face severe economic hardships and limited access to basic necessities. The country has faced decades of international sanctions due to its pursuit of nuclear weapons and ballistic missiles, which it views as critical to its defense strategy. These sanctions have taken a toll on its economy, leading to widespread poverty and a lack of development in many sectors. However, they have not deterred North Korea from its pursuit of military strength. The regime continues to invest heavily in its armed forces, conducting regular military exercises and drills. The Democratic People's Republic of Korea, as it is officially known, remains a formidable military power in the region, with one of the largest standing armies in the world. Its military doctrine is based on the concept of Songun, or military first, which places the armed forces at the center of all state affairs. This doctrine permeates every aspect of North Korean society, from education to daily life, ensuring that the military's needs are always prioritized. Understanding the history and evolution of North Korea's military is crucial for comprehending the complex challenges it poses to regional and global security, as its actions continue to influence geopolitical dynamics. The country's pursuit of advanced weaponry continues to raise alarms worldwide, prompting ongoing debates about how to address the threats it presents. The Korean People's Army, or KPA, was founded on February 8, 1948. This event occurred just a few years after the Korean Peninsula was divided after World War II. The KPA's early development was heavily influenced by the Soviet Union, which provided training, weapons, and logistical support. When the Korean War broke out in 1950, the KPA, backed by Soviet and Chinese forces, launched a surprise attack on South Korea. This conflict, which lasted for 3 devastating years, had a profound impact on North Korea's military thinking. The Korean War solidified the perception of external threats. It also ingrained a siege mentality within the country's leadership. The war also highlighted the importance of self-reliance in defense matters. This experience continues to shape North Korea's military posture to this day. Following the Korean War, North Korea maintained close ties with the Soviet Union and China. It relied heavily on their military assistance. Throughout the Cold War, North Korea received substantial military aid from both communist powers. This aid enabled Pyongyang to build up a large and formidable conventional army. In addition to receiving external support, North Korea placed a strong emphasis on developing its own domestic arms industry. It focused on producing its own versions of Soviet and Chinese weapons systems. This self-sufficiency drive allowed North Korea to become one of the most heavily armed countries in the world. Beyond its alliances with the Soviet Union and China, North Korea also sought military cooperation with other countries. It established partnerships with nations like Egypt and Pakistan. These partnerships focused on arms sales and technology transfers. In the 1980s, North Korea embarked on a clandestine program to develop nuclear weapons. This secretive initiative was shrouded in mystery and marked the beginning of a new era for the isolated nation. This marked a turning point in its military ambitions and its relationship with the international community. The world watched with growing concern as North Korea's intentions became clearer. The pursuit of nuclear weapons was driven by a desire for security and regime survival. North Korea's leadership under Kim Il-sung believed that nuclear capability was essential to deter any potential threats. North Korea's leadership believed that possessing nuclear weapons would deter external threats. They saw it as a powerful tool to ensure their regime's longevity and stability. They saw it as a way to ensure the survival of their regime. The propaganda machine worked tirelessly to promote the idea of nuclear strength as a cornerstone of national pride. Alongside its nuclear program, North Korea made significant strides in ballistic missile technology. This dual approach aimed to create a formidable defense system. It tested increasingly sophisticated missiles capable of reaching further targets. Each test demonstrated their growing technical prowess and strategic reach. These advancements raised alarm bells globally. The international community grew increasingly anxious about the potential threat posed by North Korea's expanding capabilities. The international community responded with sanctions and condemnation. Diplomatic efforts intensified to curb North Korea's ambitions, but with limited success. Despite facing international pressure and sanctions, North Korea continued its nuclear and missile development. The regime remained defiant, showcasing its advancements in grand military parades. It conducted its first nuclear test in 2006. This bold move was a clear message to the world about North Korea's capabilities and intentions. This act of defiance sent shockwaves through the region and beyond. The geopolitical landscape was forever altered as nations grappled with the new reality of a nuclear-armed North Korea. Section 5. Asymmetric warfare, adapting to sanctions and embracing unconventional tactics. Facing economic sanctions and, diplomatic isolation, North Korea has increasingly turned to asymmetric warfare strategies. These strategies are designed to offset its conventional military disadvantages against its adversaries. North Korea has invested heavily in cyber warfare capabilities, special operations forces, and unconventional weapons systems. Recognizing its limitations in a conventional conflict, North Korea has adopted a doctrine of total deterrence. This doctrine emphasizes the threat of massive retaliation, including the use of nuclear weapons, if attacked. This posture aims to raise the stakes of any potential conflict, making adversaries think twice before challenging North Korea militarily. Section 6. Cyber warfare, a new frontline. North Korea has emerged as a significant player in the realm of cyber warfare. Over the past decade, the nation has invested heavily in developing its cyber capabilities, making it a formidable force in the digital domain. It has developed sophisticated cyber capabilities that it has used to target governments, businesses, and individuals around the world. These cyber operations are often carried out with precision and stealth, making them difficult to detect and counter. Cyber attacks have become a key tool for North Korea to generate revenue, steal sensitive information, and conduct espionage. These attacks are not just limited to financial theft, but also include stealing intellectual property and state secrets. The country's cyber army, known as Bureau 121, is estimated to have thousands of highly skilled hackers. These operatives are trained to execute a wide range of cyber missions, from simple phishing scams to complex network infiltrations. They are engaged in a wide range of malicious cyber activities. Their operations are often coordinated and well-planned, targeting specific entities to maximize impact. These activities include launching ransomware attacks, stealing financial data, and disrupting critical infrastructure. The consequences of these attacks can be devastating, leading to significant financial losses and operational disruptions. North Korea's cyber capabilities pose a serious threat to global security. The international community is increasingly concerned about the potential for these cyber attacks to escalate into larger conflicts. They highlight the evolving nature of warfare in the 21st century. Traditional battlefields are being replaced by digital ones, where the rules of engagement are constantly changing. It is an invisible battlefield where North Korea has found a way to punch above its weight. In this new era of cyber warfare, the nation has become a significant and unpredictable player. Section 7. The Hermit Kingdom's Global Shadow, North Korea's influence on geopolitics. Despite its isolation, North Korea casts a long shadow over global geopolitics. Its nuclear and missile programs have profound implications for regional and international security. The country's actions have destabilized the Korean peninsula. They have also fueled a regional arms race. North Korea's pursuit of advanced weaponry has forced its neighbors, particularly South Korea and Japan, to enhance their own military capabilities. This has led to a dangerous spiral of escalation in the region. The United States has also increased its military presence in the region in response to the North Korean threat. Section 8. The Sanctions Dilemma. A double-edged sword, the international community has imposed numerous sanctions on North Korea in an effort to curb its nuclear and missile ambitions. These sanctions have taken a toll on the country's economy. However, they have not succeeded in changing its behavior. Some experts argue that sanctions have had the unintended consequence of strengthening the regime's grip on power. Sanctions have created a siege mentality within North Korea. This has been exploited by the regime to rally the population around the flag. The regime has also used sanctions to justify its militaristic policies. It blames the country's economic woes on external enemies. Section 9, Conclusion: An Uncertain Future. North Korea's military, born out of conflict and shaped by decades of isolation and defiance, remains a potent force in the 21st century. Its pursuit of nuclear weapons and ballistic missiles, coupled with its embrace of asymmetric warfare strategies, poses a unique and complex challenge to the international community. The future trajectory of North Korea's military remains uncertain. The country's leadership has shown a willingness to defy international norms and pursue its own path, even at the risk of further isolation and economic hardship. The world watches with bated breath, hoping for a peaceful resolution to the Korean Peninsula's long and troubled history. The stakes are high and the outcome remains uncertain.